the Mehcast, and oh, what a motley crew we are.
Indeed, and on my
Buckshot
end...
Roulette came out on Steam a little while ago, so I'm playing that today. Well, a couple of days ago. By the way, if anybody else is wanting to stream this game and needs to run it on multiple monitors, you probably need to turn one of those monitors off and then go into the options menu, go to audio video, and change the game into windowed mode. Because for some reason,
I gotta update my system.
the window,
God
the
damn it.
the window here, oh, that's unfortunate. The window here was spread across both this monitor and the monitor where I have OBS.
Well, okay then.
So that's fun.
My sincerest apologies for that bit of weirdness.
And if you're wondering how I found out about this game, I watched a Markiplier video.
And no, it wasn't
the game is not responding.
No. Oh, before you ask, it wasn't Markiplier consuming his own microphone vocoded to Gangsta's Paradise.
What?
What?
That might...
You forgot I told you about that, didn't you?
When?
Oh, it's point and click. Jesus fucking Christ.
What makes you feel wet if you're gonna be
our protagonist in this game is aggressive as fuck. Alright?
So what are we doing here, you might wonder?
Rio, you're awake! You look like you were asleep. You didn't dream about defeating Smithy, did you?
Toad, I am going to whoop your ass. Toad?
One life round, 2 blanks.
I'm gonna need
the
a
game
few...
froze again.
Alex, I'm gonna need a few rounds myself. Okay. I guess...
so since there are two rounds that are blank, and there's one that is live, which means that it's a smart move for me. Oh, god damn it! Jesus fucking Christ. Well,
looks like I gotta go stay at the hotel at the Barrymore.
Well, I know that there's another blank in here, so I might as well just shoot myself. Yeah, that defibrillator does a real good job of getting the buckshot out of your face and pasting that jaw back on.
No.
If you're wondering why the dealer looks the way he does, that's why. Hey!
Hey, hey,
So that is 3 live. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
No, thank you.
He shot himself in the fucking face. Well, you know, I can't make fun of him too much. I did that too. Now we're moving on to the second round.
Oh, hi, Gino. I seem to remember your soul leaving that doll. But I guess that must have been part of the dream.
2 items each. More items before every load. Cigarettes.
I guess we gotta go to Star Hill now. Keep in mind there... Okay, so to explain...
Right, 50-50 on this. Which means...
Well,
hey.
Well, Alex, to explain what had just transpired. So, essentially, the conclusion to Mario RPG was all a dream, and We gotta do all this post-game shenanigans.
General release of liability, God. And it's got God's blood all over it.
Oh, this is fucking hilarious. Breaking news. Okay, this is breaking news. You know how the Smash Brothers Smash Brothers community are known for their hygiene problem, right? Apparently,
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the same thing.
Okay.
I'm reading this off of a Japanese Twitter post. A Yu-Gi-Oh! Player posted on X that he met a female player in the Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh! Day event. Though a few exchanges of pleasantries, it was understood that it was the first time that female player participated in an offline event after playing on Master Duel. However, that female player left the tournament midway. That player was concerned that maybe the meta environment wasn't friendly to new player, and he hopes that the female player wouldn't give up on the game. As the post
that was a
viral,
mistake.
female player saw the post.
Okay,
and
so I'm gonna
clarified
put this
that
on
she
him.
leaned halfway because she
How
couldn't stand-
accommodating.
because she couldn't stand the smell at the venue, not because she was sad for losing her match.
No.
And she responded that that same female player that left responded. I saw
Shit.
this because it was circulating, but considering the circumstances, it might have been me, but I left halfway through because I couldn't stand the smell. It's not like I lost or was sad. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna add
I
another
screwed that one up.
on the list.
That's interesting.
The smelly smell.
Smelly
Isn't it?
smell that
Ooh.
smells
The
smelly.
saw.
At least it ain't anchovies.
So
You know,
we
funnily enough,
got
there was a episode of
3-2
SpongeBob
Diddler.
where SpongeBob apparently got turned into an anchovy by participating with the cult mentality.
Okay.
I know, weird.
What?
First stop, we're going to lock up the dealer, and then we're going to cut off the end of the shotgun here, which cuts off the magazine barrel, but whatever. There we go.
Even
2 damage.
even Coolx knows how to make a wish here. Well, I know.
And the
I
barrel
know we're-
regenerates somehow. Just like somehow Palpatine returned.
We're never letting that one go, are we?
Boom,
No.
shakalaka.
Why? Why would
No. So, Ben is sharing some news about Rooster Teeth in the chat. Apparently, Mr. Beast has bought Rooster Teeth's podcast, The Roast,
Huh.
and apparently, Warner Brothers was attempting to sell no more defibrillators, no more blood transfusions. Where were the blood transfusions coming from? Now you and me are dancing on the edge of death. Hold the fuck up, I never agreed to this. That's what I get for going to a Russian nightclub, I suppose. But, apparently... Oh, I got
Okay, cool.
beer in handcuffs and a magnifying glass. This will make an interesting night on the town. So apparently Warner
Nino's
Brothers
down.
attempted to sell off Rooster Teeth before they shut it down, and was denied. Which either means that they didn't get the correct amount of money that they wanted for it, or they you know, they might have been asking too much. They might have been
Bowser's out.
Probably asking for
They might have been, yeah, probably. Or they might have just not found anybody who was interested at any price. So it seems WBD is attempting to sell it in pieces, but here's the interesting part. While the exact days was debunked, one made by Fiction Gosmo posted about it, I don't know who that is. There does seem to be credibility behind a certain amount of days. I don't know. I don't think that it's necessarily true based on what I've heard, that there's a time limit behind all of this. Craig alluded to this, saying that there was a timetable and they would need to act quick, meaning there does seem to be a time limit on Rubies, like, on IPs like Ruby, Red vs. Blue, and Death Battle. Maybe, but Death Battle just announced a new sponsor a little while ago, so I don't know. My
And then
theory,
you
if this is correct, is that WBD is upping the price and making these IPs far more than their actual value, making it a get it now forever, and if they fail, tax write-offs potentially on everything or Vault Forever or both. No one wanted to buy Rooster Teeth. They wanted too much potentially. Yeah, this is very strange. Yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break my... Okay. That tells me that I need to do this, because it's past his turn. Now... Suppose it's time to beer it up. Nope. Okay.
Oh!
Now, because I was reading the news, I don't remember how many of these there were. I think it was 2 blank and 1. I do need to eat, so I'll be in and out. Gonna watch Tomato Diet Lethal Company. Have fun shooting yourself, Alex. Wait, I should have typed that band. Okay, so I think that's 2 to 1. Yeah, and it was 2 to 1. So that was a stupid move on my part, but... But hey, I haven't lost anything.
Oh, there goes Peach.
Okay. Got beer, magnifying glass. Okay, so this time... Okay. Okay, it's a 50-50 shot again.
And Bowser's out.
So, magnifying glass. Blank. Shoot myself. Okay. Okay, so that's 3 to 4. It's 3 to 4 on here. So... Beer. Okay, so that is now... a 4 to 2. Which means it's time to start shooting him. Boom shakalaka.
From the outside.
That's only one I've got
So
a
here's
sawed
what I'm gonna
off.
do with the music. Oh yeah, I saw that shit. That was stupid.
Okay.
the way that doesn't work that way.
Okay, so he's gonna beer. Okay, that's good. He's gonna smoke it.
Yep.
You had a magnifying glass. Why did you...
Yep.
Okay, so now I'm handcuffed.
Yep.
Now he's gonna beer it again.
Yep.
And he's got a blank.
Yep.
There is one blank left. Yeah, that means I'm getting shot.
So here's what I'm gonna do with the news. I'm gonna go through the lightning round, and if anyone has any interest in wanting to say something about it, because there
Feel
has
free.
There has been a lot of news that we never got a chance to talk about. So I'm just gonna go through lightning round, and if anyone has an interest in talking about it, I'll let you.
All right.
Okay, so we've got
Okay, here we
cigarettes
go.
that'll...
Classic Treasure World.
Ironically, the cigarettes will help us get our health back. This is Soviet Russia, and in Soviet Russia, cigarettes smoke you.
The Classic World Tetris record has been smashed again. Sonic fan creates devious desert bus mod for Sonic Frontiers. God
Oh,
almighty.
Jesus Christ.
You want to talk about that?
Sure. Okay.
So since we're doing catch up on news, Sonic
Handcuff him, shoot him.
the guy, we all know about the Sonic modding community, whether they be adding random characters to Sonic games, Sonic levels, or putting
Okay,
like,
no, I don't...
or
There's one blank left. I don't remember if there's any live shells left, so I'm not going to risk it.
Okay.
All right.
So we
It's a
don't
good
know
thing I've
about
been healing up.
So we,
Okay.
so we,
Just keep talking.
so we know about the Sonic modding community, right? From like just adding random ass characters to Sonic levels and entire games, to like making entire Sonic projects like Sonic and the Onion Rings, Sonic Toast, the Sonic 1 prequel, Sonic 2 prequel, and so on and so forth.
Shadow the Hedgehog Genesis.
Shadow the Hedgehog Genesis, putting Sally Acorn, Amy Rose, and Sonic 2 and 3. Now, but this,
50-50.
someone legitimately made a mod based off Desert Bus on Sega CD. For those who don't know, Desert Bus is only one of the very few mini games that has been that was in a Penn and Teller game collection that was never officially released, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, Penn and Teller Smoke and Mirrors is an unfinished game. Oh, that's a 4-2 there. Okay,
Yeah,
so
they were basically supposed to be giving you the opposite of what video games are usually.
yeah, it was an anti-game.
So for those who don't get it, it's the opposite. It basically, you know how games try and put you in a sense of fantasy and adventure, and this one basically, doesn't.
Yeah, games wanna. Usually with games, you want to have
asking,
fun,
oh, what does
right?
this make? Right, and if you're asking, oh, how is this any different to, let's say, all the simulator games? Well, simulator games usually have some sort of objective, and they still have some sort of fiction something related to it, whether it be earning points, going.
Yeah, they're also. You also have the ability to have fun in those. Desert Bus is not a fun game. Desert Bus. There's a reason Desert Bus. Holy shit. Okay. If you're just gonna beer it up, You're a fucking idiot. Thank you, dealer. You're a goddamn idiot. Okay, this is the best gift I've ever been given.
Desert Bus literally.
Or maybe I'm the idiot.
Desert Bus is literally about you driving from one location to the other. Basically, you're driving all the way to Las Vegas, and you earn 1 point. You're supposed to do this as many times as you can until you screw up somehow or you just stop playing altogether. It's become a meme at this point.
Okay, this is good.
People actually play the game. It's even to the game has gotten such a cult following that it's actually not unironically gotten people to play it for charity on streams.
Yeah, Desert Bus for charity is the big thing.
And just to clarify...
But it is a yearly stream, thankfully.
It's a yearly stream, yeah. And just to clarify, you literally cannot do anything but drive to Las Vegas. There's no characters to interact with, there's no music, there's only ambient noise of the bus driving down the road and you occasionally tapping the D-pad, bus steady on the road. Because if you go anywhere near the sand, you slow down and you are towed back to the start. So what does this have to do with the mod here? Well, because it's doing exactly that. Someone made a mod where you have to go exactly 580 real-life kilometers long on a road. That's exactly that wrong. Just a slight right tilt can get you
right out there on the edge now.
There's a slight right tilt, so you can't just hold forward. So basically, you have to keep on making sure that you're going on, you're running on the road. And if you even go anywhere near the sand, you die instead of starting over.
He's one shot from the edge, but I'm also one shot, god damn it, from the edge.
And this was for Sonic Frontiers. You're not in a 2D Sonic game or a Sonic Adventure mod. This is for Sonic Frontiers.
You lucky son of a bitch.
I don't think he is.
That was my last charge too.
Okay, lightning round. I'll go back to lightning round. There is a new mod for the GameCube that is $15 where it takes your GameCube online, no problems. There is a Lost Tetris sequel that someone found where it's basically Tetris Reverse, and that's exactly what it's called, Tetris Reverse. Shigeru Miyamoto has admitted that he could have made a Halo game, but he didn't want to.
What? Like,
so
like what? So
so
we're
like,
talking like full Bing Bing Wahoo?
So yeah. Basically, what he said that he could have made a game that was similar to Halo, but he just didn't want to. He basically.
I thought.
He said it's not.
See,
that
I thought
couldn't
they were
design
saying. When I saw that, I thought they were saying like.
It's basically I could,
That-
but I don't want to.
Well, based on that headline, my first thought was more along the lines of like hey, Bungie asked us to make a Halo game or something like that.
Okay,
Like a Halo platformer or some shit, you know?
Here's a quote directly from him. I could make Halo. It's not that I couldn't design that game. It's just that I choose not to. One thing about my game design is I never try to look for what people want and then try to make that game design. I always try to create new experiences that are fun to play.
I
just
better
wanna go on
not
the
see
record
you again.
And
Okay.
I just want to go on the record and say that Bungie is hard at work on a side-scrolling platform game featuring some plumbers. I'm not going to say what their ethnicity is. It's none of anyone's business. We've taken it as a gauntlet, a sort of love slap, and we're going to respond in 2D side-scrolling style.
What? Hang
That's
on.
all I'm saying. I look at places in the world where people understand that paying taxes to the government helps society. Japan, that's not that understanding. Yes, that's definitely happened in the past. We worked with some outside development houses on titles like F-Zero and Star Fox. Let me just say that they were disappointed with the results.
Hang on. Where is this? I have to look at this.
Time extension.
Time extension.
I have it linked in news and
scrolling,
pop.
scrolling,
Yeah.
scrolling. I'm looking. I'm trying to find it. Time extension.
Shigeru Miyamoto next to a picture of Master Chief.
Yeah, I got it.
There you go.
Flashback. Oh, it was an Entertainment Weekly interview back in 2007. 17 years ago.
I wouldn't have known that, considering, keep in mind, the only video game news coverage I ever paid attention to was Hard News. Once through Deck.
Thank you, Time Extension, for wasting our fucking time.
Alright, and on going with the lightning round. Video games, the greatest teaching tool ever invented, says man who tried to ban GTA. For those who forgot,
Oh, yeah.
Jack Thompson.
Yeah, Jack Thompson.
How the tides have turned. Altered Beat is getting action figures. Princess Peach Showtime apparently got the original Goemon director in the game. I mean, in the game, I'm involved in it.
I'm gonna beer this.
My Share Inu is in a survival horror
As
game.
if
for some
it's...
reason.
damn it. Okay, well... what's the game called?
Doomsday Last Survivors.
Doomsday Last Survivors, okay.
And they, for some reason, specify that
Helping a bunch of saws.
this was Tina Fighter's 97 version of My Share Inu. Oh, look at that, she's in stockings. They could have done that with her in Smash Brothers! This is a good segue to the next one. Fatal Fury producer still feels bad that Fan Fury Brit Fighter didn't make it into Smash Brothers. Guess which one he's talking about. Alright, on
My...
Yeah. Good answer.
Is it,
I'm gonna continue
well, hang on,
around
who
here.
is it? Who is it?
Literally, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
it is mine, okay.
Yes, it's mine.
I thought you said no. Sorry.
I said, I didn't say no.
Okay, this is gonna be painful. Let me suck that cigarettes.
Lightning round continues. Miyamoto has admitted to a bad Zelda game, and it's not what you think.
Could've sworn it
It's Zelda 2.
No.
sounds like Link's crossbow training.
No. And you say that again, I throw you. And it's
Why?
actually a Famicom Disc system version of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, not just Zelda 2.
Huh.
It's odd. It's a specific version. Ongoing.
I wouldn't imagine. Hang on. I want to explain. I want to hear why.
Okay. Let's see here. Speaking of former Nintendo staffers Kip and Krista, Totoro explains that when he asked Miyamoto if he ever made a bad game, the Zelda and Mario creator confirmed that he feels the Famicom Disk System version of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, was one of his biggest regrets. Before the Zelda 2 Defense Brigade rises up, it's worth noting that the Japan-only Famicom Disk System version of the game is a slightly different beast to the NES edition that the rest of the world got. A bolt-on drive for the existing Famicom console, it was designed to offer cheaper media at a time when the memory chip that went inside cartridges are still costly. The issue is that the Famicom Disk System version was saddled with long load times, something Miyamoto wasn't happy with, given that Zelda 2
Yeah.
has a lot of fans. That's a pretty good title to have as your worst game. Okay. So there still technically hasn't been a bad Zelda game. And no, shut up. We don't count those.
Anybody who says Skyward Sword can go suck on a Wiimote.
Very enthusiastically, I'm sure.
And continuing with the lightning round, Neo Pocket Game Drive. Anyone know what that is? Time's up. It's a Neo Geo Pocket flash card.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, that's a Neo Geo Pocket thing.
Duck Hunt now has a pocket-sized D-Make for the Game Boy. Warner Brothers has plans of expanding anime production to more than 10 series per year.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Considering that they don't have any money, what are they doing?
They're sitting on their thumbs. Saudi Arabia announces Dragon Ball theme park. Kiss my ass. I'm waiting until Japan actually does
We're
it.
against Saudi Arabia, you dumbass!
Writer Grant Morrison defends Batman's no-kill rule in wake of Zack Snyder's comments. Out of all people.
Okay, Alex, would you care to explain this one?
Which
Okay,
one?
so here's the thing. No-kill rules are a crutch of lazy writers.
They vary depending on the character.
Like having a general, oh, I don't want to kill him policy. That's great. Like that's perfectly fine. Like I'm not gonna fault a character or even a person for not wanting, for having like a general, I don't want to just kill people policy and in like superhero stuff.
I would.
But at the same time, like the no kill rule is not buddy, why the fuck are you smoking? You don't have a health bar anymore. Yeah, the no kill rules just kind of they don't work. Like they don't work as for dramatic stakes. Like it just means that at the end of the day the villain's always gonna get away, even if he deserves it. I don't know.
I think it depends on the situation. It can
Yeah.
work
Well,
many ways. Like for example, or it's just stupid. Like for example, the Punisher. He didn't kill anybody in like let's say the Spider-Man animated cartoons.
And
Or
then there
any-
was
Oh,
that
that
one
was-
time. And then there was
or
that
any
one time
cartoon
where
for that
Thomas
matter.
Jane ended up accidentally stabbing Kevin Nash, and Kevin Nash be like,
Yeah, that was a real thing that actually happened.
yeah, Kevin Nash was just like, yeah, no.
What?
I was the one who brought that up to begin with. But no. Continuing on. Japan begins to reject ESG investments. The Pokemon Company International posts job listing for Director of Dell Social Responsibility. In response to sequel's lack of profits, Blizzard completely scraps Overwatch 2 PvE plans. Oh, I'm shocked. Baldur's Gate 3 director slams video game industry for putting profits above all else. Greed has been fucking this whole thing up for so long, quote unquote. EA's Marvel's Black Panther narrative designer responds after video resurfaces of her bragging that previous title Validate had no white people. I'm sorry, who created Black Panther? Thank you.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. Fuck you white people. Okay, who made your shit?
Yeah.
Kotaku owners Geo Media reportedly backed down from fully shifting site from news to guides after editor-in-chief resigns staff pushback. Basically, they don't like the fact that they have to talk about video games on a video game fucking website.
That's stupid.
That's very strange. This is also very strange, but that's more strange.
Yeah, color me. Oh my god, we have to talk about video games on a video game website? Oh my god, how dare you? This is like the whole Ron Burgundy thing. Oh, 24-hour sports? That's ridiculous. That's like a 24-hour cooking show. Yeah, fuck off. Ongoing with the lightning round, Riot Games to reset development on League of Legends MMO. The initial vision just wasn't different enough from what you can play today. Okay.
League of Legends MMO.
Kotaku editor, yeah, a League of Legends MMO. I'm just wondering how they're gonna tackle the character. Is there gonna be like Marvel for heroes, where it's like you pick your character, or you pick a class or a creature based on the characters you play as. Kotaku editor Alyssa Mercante lies about Sweet Baby Inc. backlash during CBC's radio appearance. Claims Steam curator list was made to prevent people from buying and playing these games. Actually, it's exactly that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's exactly what that's for. Like, Steam curator lists are explicitly about, they're explicitly about that kind of thing. You know, well, that's what the point of Steam reviews is, you know?
More Sweet Baby Inc. news. The Verge's Ash Parrish admits her Sweet Baby Inc. defense piece ignores how company employee called for harassment, including this detail make it seem like the inciting incident is on equal footing. No, it ain't. Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling threatens legal action against transgender activists who attempted to dox one of her daughters. You fuck around with my kids' safety and privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get people's kids involved in this shit, you know?
Yeah, why would you? Did you know your mother's this way? Oh, well, how about you stay away from the kids and stop you know, sliding into the stereotypes so that you won't leave kids alone. Seth MacFarlane shows for mainstream media says he would defend to death the presence and existence of journalists. He claims Fox News are in it for the money.
Interesting.
Or is he not? And bro, don't show for the company you work for like that. I can see the brown on your nose. And I'm not talking about your dog character. Hollywood director argues X-Men 97 chose to adapt the trial of Magneto in order to take a swing at the MAGA crowd. I'm skipping this because this guy's a retard. Original G.I. Joe animated series creator and Transformers the movie writer Ron Friedman launches emergency GoFundMe to pay for cancer treatments living expenses.
Well, you know, get better soon, man.
I hope he gets better soon. That's what I don't want anywhere near death yet. The Elder Scrolls series is now 30 years old.
Moving swiftly onwards. I don't want to think about that.
Halt, 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 halt. Stop right there, criminal scum.
That
Bad Boys Ride or Die was got in the trailer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, we should talk about Godzilla and Kong.
Ooh, yeah.
Fucking amazing movie.
Yep. And
actually pretty cool.
And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I wonder how many people complained about that because they saw Mothra die in the last movie and didn't notice the whole thing about Mothra
Laying
having
an
another egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even told that to my mom when we were watching the movie. I'm like, you remember when Mothra laid an egg in King of the Monsters? Oh wait, people didn't pay attention to King of the Monsters because they were too busy.
King of the Monsters is one of the best Godzilla films ever made, by the way.
Yeah, and these people were too busy. It being like,
I should have handcuffed him, but
yeah, and the people. And
he's on death's door now, anyways.
And the people who didn't pay attention to King of the Monsters were too busy saying things like, "Oh, King of the Monsters is so bad."
They can fuck themselves.
Yeah.
These are the same kind of people who saw Ghostbusters 2016 and said it was the best Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of which, that's been getting people trying to gas it up on Twitter right now, and you know what? I am not here for this. I saw that movie. So I was there when it fucking released, man. This is not this is not the hill you want to die on, man. This movie is shit.
What was that Rick and Morty quote? Your booze mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
Yeah.
Yes, literally.
Yeah. Lightning round. Sound effects from Dragon Ball Fighters can open you up to a DMCA violation on Twitch.
That's stupid.
And let me be specific here. We're not talking key blast. We're not talking transformation sound effects. We're not even talking about aura sound effects. You know, that shit. No, we're talking ambient noise, the background noise shit. We're talking wind blowing. We're talking leaves rustling. We're talking like seagulls.
Royalty-free sound effects.
Yeah. Twitch is. Man, I don't know why people are still streaming on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. Stuttering Craig has been shut down for a bit. What happened was there was a girl called Gothix TV who was temporarily employed by Black Girl Gaming. Take a guess what their gimmick is. And what happened is that while she was telling Craig about the inside scoop about how they function and how she was practically demonized by everybody in that same group that she was working for, the stream got taken down mid conversation.
Oh yeah, Ben is asking me what he missed. You missed me dying twice.
Moving on. Microsoft mandates changes at studios and hires Sweet Baby Inc., a race of white characters.
And I just got a case full of $50 bills.
Overwatch 2 streamers are banning people for misgendering the new hero that just came out.
It's a pile of fucking pixels, man.
It's a bitch.
It's a... It ain't fucking real, bro.
It ain't flesh and blood.
That's all I gotta say. That's the only thing we can really bring up about it. Ben says people still playing Overwatch 2, LMAO. Oh yeah. So we fired 34 shots, 71 shells were ejected, 6 doors were kicked down, 7 cigarettes were smoked, and 1,650 milliliters of beer have been drunk. $59,995.
Speaking of beer, how many of you are fans of the ECW wrestler Sandman? Time's up. I know none of you are, because someone is making a SmackDown 2 mod of ECW.
Cool.
I'm pretty excited about that. Now I can play as Tommy Dreamer and beat the shit out of Vince McMahon.
Maybe even Paul Heyman.
When he had hair.
Yeah, back when Paulie Dangerously had hair.
Keep in mind, Gizmo, the reason why Alex wants Paul Heyman to be playable on one of these games is just so that he can beat him up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, look at this.
So any character.
It's a running gag.
You can now order your own Asteroids recharge cabinet from Atari.
Volta Standard Electronics Inc. Oh, it's my stats.
Oh, fuck me.
Apparently, Vince McMahon has about $1.4 billion on hand after selling stock.
Crazy bastard. Most of it is my seed. Money. Time Splitters
I
fan
don't know what the
project
hell
calls
any of this means. Okay.
Time Splitters fan project calls for urgent help from the community. Basically, they're broke.
Oh. Ben asks, what is he going to do with that money? Buy AEW?
What isn't he gonna use with that money?
You know what? That would be hilarious. If Vince McMahon bought AEW so that he could compete with his own company after he got kicked out.
If he's gonna keep on buying these companies, you might as well just have only. You might as well have make that WWE City a thing from Studio.
That was, you know what? Those movies weren't terrible. Dude, I've seen some of the other Scooby-Doo movies. There are worse ones out there.
Well, moving on. Fighting Fantasy Classic Death Trap Dungeon is getting another sequel. Moving on, because I doubt you can make that game any better than it never was.
Consume pills
8-Bit
may
News' next
impair your
retro
ability to
mechanical-
drive.
8-Bit Dude's next retro mechanical keyboard is based on the Commodore 64. Moving on, because nobody here cares about the Commodore 64.
Yeah.
Not to that extent.
I mean,
anyway.
I like the Commodore 64. It's just, I don't,
Right,
I don't
not
care
that.
about it.
Yeah,
much.
you don't care about it like that. New book, Seeing Red to Shine a Spotlight on Nintendo's Virtual Boy. Basically a book about the production, the death, the life of the Virtual Boy.
Okay.
Odd news, Xbox 360 Online Store, a hot mess ahead of July 2024 closure. Basically, there's a lot of games missing from downloads. A lot of games just won't download, period. And some people are even saying that they're downloading the wrong game despite them actually buying the game they wanted.
Well,
Like- Like, for example...
Microsoft.
for example, let's say they were
Oh, these are Quaaludes.
trying to buy Earthworm Jim
Thank you, Mr.
HD,
Cosby.
right? No, they're not. No, they're not getting Earthworm Jim HD. They're getting the Blob 2.
That's weird. Oh,
Yeah,
that
it
guy's
is
gone.
weird. I just hope that shit ain't gonna happen to me. Joe Lieberman, the senator who tried to ban Mortal Kombat, has passed away. Good! No, I'm kidding. No, the death of him is not good. It's just that it's really surreal. A part of history like that, a part of history like that, passing away at the ripe age of 82.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Did
That's
he ever
rough.
do anything after that? Did he try going after video games some more? Did he try going after another media? Did he go into politics for real?
Joe Lieberman.
Yeah, because I haven't heard anything. I only
Lieberman
know
Media.
him. I only know him because of the stupid shit he said about Mortal Kombat. It encourages kids to rip off the spinal column and it makes them violent. This is disgusting. This is child's entertainment. This is only for children. I put it up my butt. I don't need to play it to know what it is.
Prescription medicine. What the fuck is that?
Ah, that explains so much.
Okay.
How many?
I
do
did
you
not-
know?
Expired medicine. 40% chance to regain 2 charges. Inverter swaps the polarity of the current shell in the chamber. Oh, this is some Binding of Isaac shit here.
Speaking of shit, how many of you like Ghostbusters? Shut up, I know you all do. Just like how I do.
I love it.
Everyone here loves Ghostbusters. But which Ghostbusters games do you like? There's a guide on...
The
there's a
Sega
list-
Genesis one and the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 one.
There's a list here of what is the best game from worst to best. Starting at number 19, Ghostbusters 2 on NES. The 5.0.
Okay.
Number 18, Extreme Ghostbusters Zap the Ghosts on PC. Just so you know, it's a Bubble Bobble clone.
That's not bad.
Oh, no, wait, Puzzle Bobble clone.
It's still not bad. Just
Based off Extreme Ghostbusters.
yeah.
Number 17, Ghostbusters on PS4. The one that's based off of 2016 Ghostbusters, 5.8. That should be lower. just
That's
because-
not based on the 2016 Ghostbusters, actually. It's a completely unrelated Ghostbusters video game that was, let's see, that was 2-1, right? So...
They have the same
Okay.
stupid-ass Ghostbusters logo monster in here. It might as well be based off the 2016 movie.
Yeah, it's just that the Fembusters aren't actually in that game.
Number 16, Extreme Ghostbusters Ultimate Invasion on PS1. It doesn't have a rating. It's a light gun game.
LA.
Number 15, Extreme Ghostbusters on Game Boy Color, 4.5. Number 14, Ghostbusters 2 on Amiga. Number 13, Extreme Ghostbusters Code Ecto 1 on GBA. Number 12, The Real Ghostbusters on Game Boy. Number 11, Ghostbusters Sanctum of Slime. Number 10, The Real Ghostbusters Arcade. Number 9, Ghostbusters the video game on DS. Here from the bottom of the barrel. Number 8, Ghostbusters Rise of the
I committed
Ghost
that
Lord.
before I thought about it.
Number 7, Ghostbusters on the Commodore 64.
Wow.
Number 6,
Huh.
Ghostbusters 2 on Game Boy. Number 5, Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. Number 4, New Ghostbusters 2 on NES. Number 3, Ghostbusters on the Mega Drive or Sega Genesis. Number 2, Ghostbusters the video game on Wii. And number 1, Ghostbusters the video game.
Okay. Well, oh yeah, Ben says, apparently Tony Khan and Triple H gifted Cody Rhodes a a watch. The same watch that Dusty, his father, had pawned to get Cody into acting
Okay,
school.
that's
Huh, nice.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, lightning round continues. Early Mega Man Soccer Super Nintendo build reveals scrapped multi-tap support. Basically, they found multi-tap support removed from the original game. Yeah. I don't know why you would do that. Japan's life-size Gundam powers down for the final time as it...
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that there was a time limit on that. I was hoping that it'd be around forever.
I was hoping it was leave it there. The new...
By the Oh, hang on. Before we move on, who has seen WrestleMania 40?
I know
No.
Fran has.
Oh, he was there.
Yep. Posted about it on Twitter.
Yeah. I watched it. I thought it was pretty fucking good. I was also quite happy that Roman Reigns lost
Reigns stopped
the main event.
Go!
Spoiler warning for anybody who didn't know, but if you're...
No one cares. They're just happy Roman Reigns stopped for now. For
Yeah.
Bless you.
after so long. Thank you.
He's been around for a while.
They keep pushing him, man. He's too boring.
I thought the funniest thing I think that I ever saw in my life was when the guy dressed as the Prime Bottle got decked.
Yes. It's only a good thing because it's a Logan, it's a Paul brother drink. Okay, Putin is now ordering Russian government to make their own video game console.
Yeah, that's not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah,
Luck with that.
what?
Do you understand, Putin, the amount of the logistics of making that, right? Because like you have to, it's basically the equivalent of building a dedicated computer, which means that you're gonna have to license a bunch of pieces.
Make your own engine.
Yeah, you're either gonna have to build your own. You're gonna have to build your own game engine for it. You're gonna have to license or build your own hardware for it. And frankly, like, considering Russia doesn't have a whole lot of anybody who's willing to work with them on stuff, I feel like this is gonna be one of those big, why are you spending money on this kind of things, you know?
Right.
It's the equivalent of it's the equivalent of the DeLorean company making giant robots.
The DeLorean company making giant robots would have been more successful than them making DeLoreans.
No,
I
it
think.
wouldn't, because they'd be using the same metal that the DeLoreans are made of.
DeLoreans are made out of a really good metal, though. It can travel through time. Anyways.
Yep, and now on to the more recent news. Roller Coaster Tycoon celebrates 25th anniversary with limited merch.
Okay.
Does any of that limited merch include the incomplete type roller coasters that I know people have made?
No, get out of my house.
Well, that's lame.
But what they are selling,
Oh, you fucking idiot.
what they are selling are shirts and shadow box art signed by the Roller Coaster Tycoon creator Chris Sawyer. That's pretty cool. Okay, are we really surprised by this? Super Smash Brothers player accused of sexual assault cleared by police.
Huh. Interesting. Tell me more?
Super Smash Bros. Player Sam Halen, also known as Senran Sam, came forward with evidence on Sunday.
That is a
regarding
jackass-looking EpiPen.
Came forward with evidence on Sunday regarding sexual assault allegations that have been spread amongst the fighting game community. On March 18th, 2024, police responded to the Sheraton Hotel in Parsippany, New Jersey. I can give a shit how that's pronounced. Police had been called by event coordinator Cyrus Garak. According to the police report, had called on behalf of the alleged victim, Kendra Webb, who had reported being sexually assaulted by Sam Halen at the bar of the hotel. Kendra had reportedly identified the suspect as a tall Welsh male with blonde hair, which led them to Sam. According to Kendra, Sam had started grabbing her, putting his hand on her rear and chest in a sexual manner, and even putting his finger in her mouth. When approached by police to provide his side of the story, Sam reportedly went with police voluntarily to answer questions at the police station. You can find with Sam's recent statement along with screen capturing the police report below. And he tweeted out, "I went on vacation to the United States of America, went to a Smash Bros. Event called Collision, had fun, but the last night there was absolutely shocking. Some lowlifes orchestrated a sexual allegation set up. This is evil you contend with in the world today."
Yep.
Yep.
And it continues. Sam's compliance with the police investigation was later interpreted by Kaha as the police took him away, and in a statement on Discord to the community announced that Sam would be banned from future events, likely assuming he had been arrested. Ultimately, police checked the camera footage in the Sheraton Hotel around the time of the alleged incident and found, quote, "The surveillance only shows Samuel hug Kendra as she first arrives at the table. The surveillance did not show Samuel touching Kendra in any inappropriate ways." At the time writing, neither or Collision has released a statement regarding the police report released to the public by Sam. While Collision has been silent, Sam has been unbanned by his home region of Wales and Bristol. You can check out the public involvement from organizers below. Sam's final statement calls for accountability of those involved, saying, "I want justice. These people need to be made examples of. They should all get banned for their false allegations towards me. I got banned and did nothing wrong. Let's see how this plays out with the right information in place. I'll be watching." What's the karma gets those guys? Because I hate the fact that almost got arrested with almost no evidence. Sergeant Frog is getting a new anime.
Yep.
Edo.
Much to the well, delight and terror of many people within the industry, including but not limited to Todd Haberkorn, the voice of the character.
I don't see why that's a problem.
Oh, it's not so much that it's a problem, it's just that holy shit now. Get him.
Tama. Kudu.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 has finished filming.
Yep.
Cool.
I'm afraid this movie might be the downfall.
It won't.
Well, they do. No, they've got Jim Carrey back.
They got Jim Carrey back, but think about it like this. Remember that meme, Sonic has too many characters?
Yeah, that meme is wrong.
No, they're kind of right, though. They introduce a lot of minor characters, a lot of side characters, a lot of main characters from side stories, a lot of villains, a lot of henchmen.
If anything, the more recent games have had too few characters.
They all pile all these characters together. You know this. It doesn't even have to be from one game, from one comic. The moment they appear,
they're shelf blank. Okay.
Oh, cool, new Sonic character. Think about it like this. Sonic 1, we only had Sonic.
Our shell is blank.
And Dr. Eggman. the shit. Sonic 2, we had Tails and Knuckles meet.
Well, that was
So
fucking
it's-
stupid of
so
me.
So they mixed 2 and 3 together. Okay. So common sense
Second and
indicates
third
you go to
choice.
Sonic. Common sense indicates you go straight to Sonic CD, right? Nope. You go from Sonic 1, 2, 3, all the way to Sonic Adventure 2. What?
I mean, they had part of Sonic Adventure 1 in Sonic 2.
Well, think about it like. Yes, they combined Sonic 2 and 3 together so they can introduce both Knuckles and Tails. Sonic 3, how many games did they skip? They skipped Sonic CD, Sonic Adventure, and they're also going to Sonic Adventure 2. So they're merging 3 games now.
Well, let's be perfectly fair here. The Sonic
How
games
many-
don't have a whole lot of plot to go around, so
No, but they do have
in
a
the
lot
early
of characters.
days. So
They do have a lot of characters. Let's see. They got Amy Rose, the Flickies, Rouge the Bat, the robot. I don't care what his name.
It's either
Oh,
E102
it's
Gamma
Omega
or
or Gamma.
E123
Chow,
Omega.
Evil Chow. What'd I just say? I throw you. The Evil Chow, the Heroic Chow, the Neutral Chow, Regular Chow, Cream the Rabbit,
Chow
Amy
Chow.
Rose, Team Chaotix. Let's not forget they skipped Team Chaotix on the Sega 32X. So now not only do you have Knuckles, you have the Crocodile, the
Vector,
Chameleon, and the Bumblebee. Yeah, I know what their
Espio,
names are.
and Charmy.
I know what their names are. I throw you. Also, let's not forget Chaos in his normal form and his monster form. Let's see, what else am I missing? Oh yeah, let's see. They're also the ultimate life form boss from the final, the final stage from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. What else was there? Maria, Gun. Since, you know, they introduced them in 2 and 3, I believe, they might as well reintroduce them. The Colonel of Gun?
yeah,
The President of the United States, since he's now a Sonic character. Everything from Sonic... Okay, no. Sonic X wasn't around back then. I'm not going to go there. Vanilla... The Ghost.
it's my luck. He's actually gonna. Yeah, he gets his health back.
Do you see where I'm going with this? Because like, there's a lot of characters that they skipped. They could have just went with Sonic CD.
Yeah.
They could have just been Sonic CD. It's like, oh, I heard there was this girl in trouble. Oh, yada yada. I'm gonna make haste and become the hero again. You know, and then it's like we see like a hammer in the background or something, or it's like, oh, I found this pretty bow. Oh, let's leave it for the next guest or something like that, referencing to Amy Rose's first appearance. I don't know, something like that. But no, it skipped a ton of games with a ton of characters all added up together. You gotta wonder how many of them are going to be left out and how many of them are going to be left in. Because keep in mind, Tikal is also there. Metal Sonic is also there. Mecha Sonic is also there. Which one? All of them. It's gonna be fucking crazy because I'm hoping they only stick to Shadow, because it's gonna be a fucking headache if they even try to add Amy Rose in there. Because think of what actress they're gonna stick with. God forbid it's an actress that we hate. Amy Schumer.
I don't
Exactly.
think they'd go for that, but you know.
But think about it.
Apparently,
How many
hey,
celebrities-
Bo Dallas has been teased to return. Nobody cares? Okay.
No. Who cares about Bo Dallas?
Uh,
Hololive is getting a beat 'em up. Moving on.
okay.
Xbox is banning Final Fantasy 15 players looking for guilds.
That's strange.
It is, and it's somehow linked to the censorship problems, and it's not exactly. It's not really what you think. Apparently, what it is that a lot of these words, they are the AI that's supposed to try and censor the words. They're basically building a mountain out of a molehill. Like they'll have like two,
Okay.
like they'll have like an entire word, but because of that specific part of the word that looks like it's saying something else, they'll censor the entire word.
Oh, like how assassin occasionally gets censored in some. Yeah.
It's like that. People think it's a mistake or some trouble with the AI.
By the
I
way,
think so, too.
guys, there's one more, well, there's one more optional boss to take on at this point, and since I've been making quite a bit of good time, I'm on the rest of these. Why not? Let's try this. Thank you, Soyfon's Bankai.
Xbox has added a Blue Dragon dynamic background in honor of Akira Toriyama.
Cool.
I'm gonna give
so
this.
now you know Blue Dragon. So now you remember Blue Dragon exists.
I remember Blue Dragon. I always remembered Blue Dragon. What?
All right, I'm
No.
gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this one attempt. If I can't do it in this one attempt, I'm just gonna be like, oh well.
You die? Okay, cool.
Yeah. You understand, right, Damon?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I get it.
this, if you thought Kulex was hard when he was 2D, they somehow they decided, you know what? Let's make him
didn't.
harder.
Yep.
Try to relax your anus.
Based on a true story.
Your shoulders. Black Girl Gamer threatens lawsuit against journalists who covered their hiring practices. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
You're surely gonna win this.
Typically, you're not allowed to. Typically, you're not. Yeah, you're typically not allowed to sue people for reporting on the facts. Ben says apparently Bo Dallas is going to return as Uncle Howdy to finish up what Bray Wyatt was working on.
Ow!
Okay. You have to believe. I believe you can shut your ass up. You know what else hasn't shut their ass up? Twitch, because they're all about asses. Twitch targets butt streamers with new policy banning intimate body parts. Now you decide to act like a responsible adult, Twitch?
Yeah.
You got a girl who wore a green screen short. A green screen booty short.
Here's the thing.
And
At
streamed it
least
off
she
her
was fully
ass.
clothed. You know?
He knew what they were doing when they left her alone. Well, they can fuck themselves. Oh, she's fully clothed. Okay, but she's only in body paint. Or she's not showing nipple. Okay, but she's nearly naked, but not completely naked. You know what you're doing. Shut your ass up. It's like the jargon. Nuh-uh, yaha, nuh-uh, yaha, nuh-uh, yaha. This is full of sugar. No, it's only 98% sugar. This causes diabetes only if you drink too much of it, but you're catering to kids. No, I'm also catering to teens and adults. But you're putting them in schools and law offices and regular offices and firefighter houses. It's the same shit here. They knew what they were doing, and only now, because people tried to take advantage of them being a little more lax with their rules. Oh, now they decided to care. Fucking idiots. And they wonder why people are going away from Twitch to YouTube, to Kick, to locals. Fucking idiots. You know what else are idiots? The Japanese Communist Party. When they're encouraging people to report on fan service manga to the UN. You're worried,
Yeah, how many
bro.
times have they asked to not have, like, them and the FBI both have repeatedly asked not to have shit that isn't real reported to them, you know?
The UN are big belly. Who the hell is taking the UN seriously with this shit anymore?
I don't fucking know.
They tried to ban the word fucking ninja because Michelangelo, of all people, were wielding nunchucks. Nunchakus!
Well, it was associated in, so that wasn't the UN. That was the UK.
Tomato fucking tomato. Either
No,
way.
it's not. So the UK, they had, for a while there, the UK, they for some reason associated ninjas with bad stuff, and therefore,
Yes.
or had a whole bunch of ninja stuff and ninja-related materials banned for broadcast. Fun fact, the government shouldn't be able to do that.
No. But because the UK and UN are pussies that way. That's why I say it's tomato. They both act the same way. They're both pussies.
Hey, I made the right guess. I figured since there were more blanks than there were live shells, if I flipped the polarity, I had a good chance of that working out for me.
And I'm gonna say this again, if you look at Japanese art and you immediately think child porn, that's a you problem. That came in your
Yes.
head. This is the same shit this is the same shit that happened when they went after rock and roll. Like, oh, this is about suicide, this is about No, you thought of that. Fucking gore.
To quote, I was gonna say, hey, to quote D. Snyder, or that stuff isn't in that music, that stuff isn't in those materials, but you know, if you're getting it out of, if you're getting that stuff out of it, that probably says more about you than it does about us.
If you're looking at a gun and you immediately think school shooting, that's a you problem. Why are you thinking of school shootings and dead kids? You know, it's like why are you immediately thinking sexy child when you're looking at something like drawn on?
Damn it! I can't steal the adrenaline. I was gonna see how much adrenaline I could mainline before I had a heart attack, but that's not gonna work.
Ending this subject, I'm gonna say this: grow hair on your nuts. That's transphobic. Well then, you know. If you know, you know.
So now it's 50-50, so I'm gonna beer it up.
Gearbox Entertainment splitting from Embracer Group in a $460 million deal.
No, less than 50-50 now, but at this point I don't want to take any chances. Damn it.
Good, maybe we could get a better game in fucking Borderlands 3, story-wise. Marvel Rivals announced a new free-to-play team-based hero shooter.
Okay.
I'm excited about this. Basically, yeah, it's like Paladins or Overwatch, but with Marvel characters, and the same characters have distinct looks.
You
to
know,
them.
if I'm stupid, this guy is fucking insane. Because he shoots himself when there are things left. When he knows when he should know, but sorry, go ahead.
You know who else is insane though? Microsoft, because we found out that they cautioned developers to avoid curvy female characters being created. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
What was one of the characters that you bought rare for?
Joanna Dark.
Yeah, kind of funny that way. And what was the other character that you got there? Black Orchid. Oh, who else was there? Tip of my tongue. Barry. Oh wait, there's a fourth one. Cameo.
Cameo. Yep.
I'm called Cameo because it sounds better than Cameo. Just like how Razo sounds better than Raish. Sounds like a rash. Have some cream for your Raish al Ghul.
Okay. That is a 3-2, so once more. Polarity switch.
Microsoft, you have no room to talk. You had the entire delay collection for download on your 360 and Xbox One. Shut the fuck up. You're grown-ass men and women with titties and dicks. If it arouses you, you should feel no shame. Now send me pictures of... No, I'm kidding.
That was a waste of a saw.
You know what else is a waste? A live-action Zelda.
Yeah, especially considering when we already saw that, you know, fucking animated Mario movie did really well. Why would we go for a live-action Zelda? Why are you veering when you could just use the Why are you veering when you could use the... Why are you...
Well, we're getting one anyway. Director West Ball.
Why didn't you just... Why did you waste your items?
Balls.
Director of what now?
West Ball is the director of a live-action Legend of Zelda movie. And it's gonna be a thing.
Third Shell Live. Okay, good to know.
He wants to make the movie serious and cool. Wait for it. Yet fun and whimsical. Remove the and.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a bet
you
that this is gonna be a blank as well.
Why don't you just make it one or the other? Because Zelda has been both many times, hasn't it?
Now,
Correct me.
I know that this is a live round. Yeah,
Correct
so
me.
Zelda is one of those things where it's got quite a history behind it, and it has silly things and dramatic things in it. And you can't really have one without the other without completely losing what makes it the Legend of Zelda. On the one hand, it's a cartoon elf boy going on an adventure. On the other hand, and there is a fucking evil magician guy and, you know, desert bandit king here to fuck shit up. Six Shell is live. Okay.
Here's my thing. If you want to make a serious Zelda movie, why don't you pick one of the more serious games that has a more serious storyline?
Yeah.
If you want to have a...
Well, that actually depends on... Did they say what game they're working on?
No. They just said that it's a Legend of Zelda movie. They never specified.
Uh-huh.
They says he wants to be serious and cool, yet fun and whimsical. Dude, choose one or the other and then pick a
Okay,
game.
so that's the first shell. It's 50-50, I think. So here's what I'd do if I was there. Or I'd you know, if you're asking me to do that, just go for Ocarina of Time. Just make Ocarina of Time into a movie. Because you can do that.
Twilight Princess.
You can't do Twilight Princess first.
No, not
Fair
yet.
enough.
Okay, so it's
Who are you gonna cast as Midna?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, no, I had an idea.
Okay, so Six Shell Live. And this is 50-50, okay. Sorry, I'm having to go back to the thing, so it's slightly less than 50-50 now. So, I'm gonna go ahead and saw the shotgun off. So yeah, so just
So speaking of stupid,
make like one of the games that is Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time. You could do you could do Link to the Past as well.
Four Swords.
Four Swords isn't a standalone game.
Finish Cap.
Minish Cap, you could do Minish Cap. In fact, a lot of people would like it if you did Minish Cap, because then you'd be in a position where you wouldn't have
Spirit
to
Tracks.
deal with that. Spirit Tracks isn't a standalone game either.
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker is a sequel to Ocarina of Time. Technically, it's a sequel to Twilight Princess, but, you know. But seriously, like, you could easily do, without getting into too much continuity snarl, you could easily do, like, Skyward Sword or Minish Cap or, Yep, that's me. Skyward Sword, Minish Cap, or, I'm trying to think. Ocarina of Time as the first movie, but it'd make a lot of sense to a lot of people if they did Ocarina of Time.
Speaking of movies, Anthony Mackie has said something really odd about the MCU.
Yeah, I think this has to be something that's been said to him by the higher-ups at Marvel, because Marvel hasn't been, to their extreme detriment, Marvel hasn't been following the comics since Phase 2 ended.
Not
like,
exactly, no.
Because, like, you can look at Phase 1. Phase 1, you can point to the exact issues of each character's comics that inspired each of these.
As well as point out the individual characters like Dum Dum Dugan. You know,
Yeah.
it's Tony
So you've
Stark's
got-
dad.
So in Captain America: The First Avenger, for instance, you have bits of the original Captain America comics. You have bits of Captain America: Man Out of Time. You know, it's all. It's not directly adapted from there because they have some things changed around. Bucky isn't 12, for instance, so.
Kind of makes sense considering, you know, child stars are like a very, 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 you know, sensitive thing to do anything with.
Yeah,
nowadays.
well, there'd be a number of things. For one thing, you know, like if Cap's best friend and partner in crime is a 12-year-old boy, like, you know, the jokes about him being a pedophile would be abound.
No, I wouldn't think so. No, I don't think.
Dude, have you seen all the jokes people make about Batman and Robin?
No, I was about to mention that. I think it's different because Batman and Robin are like they keep everything private. Everything's in a cave. He's forced to fight in like fucking go-go boots and like very short shorts. Bucky, on the other hand, he might as well be wearing a uniform with a mask. You know,
You know what? That's true. But oh, by the way, Bucky's uniform is something that you can point to. Something that you can say,
Yeah,
hey.
they don't really show that.
Well, yeah, but you can say it's like, hey, Bucky's suit in this it's like a more realistic version of Bucky's suit from the comics. Something that's made a bit more for an adult character, a bit more for a realistic, semi-realistic military kind of thing.
I
Like, there are individual, but there are all kinds of elements that you can say, okay, so we got this from here. You can track the lineage of all the ideas that go in there. Or, like, you can go through 6 Shell Blank. That helps me a lot, guys. Thank you. So you can do that with the Incredible Hulk. You can do that with for instance, you can do that with Iron Man. You can do that with Thor. Thor is a bit more complicated because Thor's had some fucked up mythologies over the years, but at least they've you know, they made it sensible in the movies.
Like, let's say, like, he's covered
No,
in
they
blood
did.
and explosion.
No, like, legitimately, Bucky's costume is exactly what it is in the comics, just without the domino mask.
I wish they came with a mask, though.
Well, their identities aren't secret. It's like they're part of the U.S. military. Everybody knows who they are.
Like going back on track, he's saying that there's only so much creativity you can bring to the table because Stan Lee has so much content.
Yeah. So.
How many?
Yeah. The thing that Anthony Mackie said was that. Let's read it up exactly here because it's really fucking strange. Because scroll. Anthony Mackie. The MCU is limited by comic canon. There's only so much creativity you can bring to the table because Stan Lee gave us so much content. Good. Don't bring us any creativity to the table. I don't want any more of these writers' creativity being brought to the table. I want them to actually write the fucking comics down and recreate what's in those.
Also,
that's all I want you to do.
Also, they do know that Stan Lee is not the only person who wrote for most of these characters, right?
Well, yeah, but like, you know, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Rob Liefeld, all those guys put in, you know, there's been decades of comics. So much source material that you can pull from that you should be, you should be sticking to the earlier stuff. Like, it was jumping to the Winter Soldier worked well enough because, like, it was in the modern day. S.H.I.E.L.D. was, you know, becoming a big thing, you know? Yeah. And so discovering that S.H.I.E.L.D. had problems in it, okay, I can see why you do that. Age of Ultron was an Age of Ultron story in name only. And granted, the Age of Ultron comic isn't that good. I'm perfectly aware of this. Well, I mean, like, it's basically just the Terminator meets Days of Future Past, but Wolverine is the Terminator, you know?
I did feel like that Ultron was like the anti-philanthropist, though. He was like the anti.
Yes. No, it works in terms of, like, it's adapting other comics Ultron has appeared in, but I don't know why I'm doing this. Mostly just because I only have
I'll be back.
one. He only has one health left, and this round will be over, I guess. But so you shouldn't. Here's the thing, when you're working on a property that's being adapted from a medium, you can't bring too much creativity to the table because people will start fucking things up. And this is a case that's happened time again. Like, Catwoman was a creative endeavor. Fucking X-Men Origins Wolverine was a creative endeavor. You know what it should have been? Should have been accurate to the comics, and it would have been actually good. Now, if you have somebody who can inject their own creativity into a story and make things better, that's
killed him first
fine.
try. First try, bitches.
That's perfectly fine with me.
Hell yeah!
But here's the thing: that is so rare. It is so rare that you have the ability to be creative with something that was already good and still come up with something that was good. A lot of the creativity that went into the Harry Potter movies was not good. In fact, a lot of it created plot holes.
Oh, that was awesome.
As the MCU has attempted to become more creative with its storylines, more creative, quote unquote, it's gotten worse. Because you have, and same with the DCEU. Shazam, Captain Marvel, Wrath of the Titans, was very creative. It also was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And, like, hang on. So I have to bring this up as well. The screenshot in the article from Bounding into Comics that we're reading this from, screenshot is taken from Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, parts of that are incredibly comic accurate, but they're accurate to the bad comics. Parts of it are the product of some ludicrous fever dream that the writers had.
Well, since I was able to actually beat everything in Mario RPG, I'm finally done with this game.
Awesome.
Anyway,
so the Flag Smashers are from the comics. That suit is from the comics. The dumbass speech.
I will disconnect
that Sam
this
gives is
stream and
from
then
the
I will
comics.
boot up another one. So I will be right back.
All right.